Stop everything. What you're about to hear could change your financial future forever. God has just flipped the switch on your financial luck, and right now, a sum of money has been released specifically for you. Yes, you heard that right. Your financial breakthrough is already in motion, but there's a catch. This opportunity is only for those who stay until the end. If you turn away now, you could miss out on the most critical piece of the puzzle. The difference between struggling and thriving? It's hidden in the next few moments, and only those who truly believe will see it. Picture this. While others are still trying to figure out how to make ends meet, you could be receiving the exact blessing you've been praying for. But here's the shocking truth. If you don't watch closely, you might never know how to unlock it. God is moving quickly, aligning financial miracles for those who are ready to act. This isn't just another feel-good message. This is a divine call, a once-in-a-lifetime moment where your financial destiny could shift in ways you never imagined. Think about all the missed opportunities in your life, the ones where you thought, if only I had known sooner. Well, this is your moment to know. This is the chance you can't afford to ignore. God has chosen this exact moment to open the floodgates of financial blessing, but it's up to you to step forward and claim it. But be warned, if you hesitate, if you let doubt creep in, you might watch this opportunity slip through your fingers, and it won't come back. What you do next could be the turning point you've been waiting for your entire life. It's not by chance that you're here today, reading this. Every struggle, every financial burden, has led you to this moment. God has been preparing something extraordinary for you, but only those who have the faith to listen until the very end will understand how to receive it. The path to financial freedom is being laid out right in front of you, but it's not obvious, it's hidden in plain sight. Don't turn away now. You're one step away from unlocking the secret that could change everything. Imagine the relief of waking up tomorrow and knowing that your financial worries are behind you. It's not just a dream, it's real, and it's happening for those who are ready to claim what God has prepared. This is your chance, but only if you act now. So what will it be? Will you stay until the end? Learn the key to receiving this financial miracle, or will you let this life-changing opportunity pass you by? The choice is yours, but remember, opportunities like this don't come twice. Imagine receiving an announcement that could completely shift the course of your life. A miracle is on its way, and it's not just any miracle, it's something that will touch the very core of your struggles. From financial worries to personal hardships, everything seems like it's about to take a turn for the better. This isn't just hopeful thinking, it's a divine intervention waiting to unfold. But there's a catch. You need to be present, engaged, and open to this transformation. Stay with the message, because missing even a part could mean losing out on the breakthrough you've been praying for. You've been searching for answers, trying to figure out why things haven't worked out as planned. But here's the truth. What's coming isn't just coincidence or good fortune. It's a shift that's been orchestrated specifically for you. Think about it. Every hardship you've faced has led you to this very moment. The financial pressure, the relationship strains, the uncertainty about your future, it's all being addressed through this announcement. God is preparing to release something powerful in your life, something that will directly affect your finances, your well-being, and your sense of peace. Often, we overlook the signs because they don't always arrive the way we expect. But this message, this divine call, is a clear signal that your time has come. You may have been on the edge, thinking about giving up or wondering how much more you can take. But right now, you're being called to stay focused, to believe that the financial miracles you've been waiting for are about to manifest. Picture it, A release from the burdens that have weighed on you for so long, an opening to the blessings that have been stored up just for you. This isn't just about feeling better or hoping for a change. It's about taking action. You are being invited into a moment of transformation, a time when your faith will meet God's promise. Every single worry you've been holding on to is about to be replaced with answers, real, tangible solutions that will bring relief to your financial struggles. But to fully receive this, you need to be present, not just physically, but with your heart and mind open to what's about to be revealed. What if this is the moment that changes everything? What if this announcement is the key to unlocking the financial blessings you've been waiting for? Now is not the time to doubt or to second-guess whether this is meant for you. You've been led to this point for a reason, and what happens next depends on your willingness to receive it. God's plan is unfolding in ways you may not understand yet, but trust that it's all happening exactly as it should. Every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, has been preparing you for this. The miracles you've been asking for, whether it's relief from debt, financial security, or healing in your relationships, are about to unfold. But there's a process, and it requires you to lean into the message that's being presented. Stay with it, because there's more to come. The words that follow will offer guidance, clarity, and steps that you can take to make this breakthrough a reality. Think of it like this: a door is about to be opened, and behind it lies everything you've been hoping for. But this door can only be unlocked with your faith, your belief that the blessings are already in motion. Don't let doubt creep in. Don't let the weight of past failures hold you back. Financial miracles aren't reserved for others. They are meant for you, right here, right now. The key is in your hands, and all you need to do is turn it. As you listen to this message, know that it is tailored specifically for your situation. It's not by accident that you are hearing these words at this exact moment. Every detail of your life, every challenge, has brought you to this point for a reason. It's time to step into your miracle, to claim the financial blessings and personal breakthroughs that are waiting for you. And remember, this is just the beginning. There's more to come, and each word in this message carries the power to unlock another layer of the miracle. Stay until the very end, because the full message is where the transformation happens. This is not the time to skip ahead or move on to something else. The financial freedom, the peace of mind, the healing in your relationships, it all hinges on understanding the entirety of what's being shared. And the best part? It's not just a temporary fix. What's coming has the power to permanently shift your situation, bringing lasting change to every corner of your life. Your current struggles are the precursor to the breakthrough. Financial stress, personal conflict, health issues, these are all challenges that have been set up to be transformed. You may not see the solution yet, but trust that it's already in motion. The announcement you're hearing right now is the beginning of that transformation. God is aligning everything in your favor, and all you have to do is hold on, stay present, and believe that your miracle is already here. It's time to stop thinking that miracles happen for other people but not for you. You are just as deserving, just as chosen. And now, your time has come. The divine is ready to intervene in your financial situation, to open doors you thought were closed, and to bring you the peace you've been longing for. Don't walk away before the message is finished. Every second matters. Every word carries a piece of the puzzle that will lead to your breakthrough. You've been praying, waiting, and hoping for a sign. Well, here it is. This announcement is your sign, your confirmation that God has heard every prayer and is responding in a way that will surpass your expectations. There's a financial blessing on its way to you, and with it comes the freedom and relief you've been needing. Stay with the message, because what's coming next is going to show you exactly how to step into this miracle and claim it for yourself. When God speaks, His message is personal, urgent, and meant specifically for you. Right now, you're being called to receive a divine revelation that will reshape your life in ways you never imagined. This is not just a general message, it's an intimate conversation between you and the Creator, designed to address your unique struggles, especially in the areas of finances and relationships. You might feel like you're stuck in a cycle of frustration, but this revelation is the breakthrough you've been waiting for. It's time to lean in and hear what God has prepared just for you. Think about the times you felt lost, unsure of what steps to take next. This revelation comes to offer clarity, direction, and purpose. It's as if God is holding a map to the next phase of your life, and all you have to do is follow His guidance. The answers to your financial challenges, your deepest worries, and even the concerns you haven't voiced out loud, they're all wrapped up in this message. God is making it clear, He has a plan for you, and it's far greater than anything you could have imagined. You might be wondering why now? Why this moment? Well, divine timing is always perfect, even if it doesn't align with our own expectations. You've been asking for a sign, and this is it. The financial miracles and blessings you've been praying for are closer than ever. But here's the key: you need to recognize this moment as the pivotal turning point in your journey. God's revelation is not random. It's a direct answer to the prayers you've been sending up, especially regarding financial relief and healing in your personal life. This isn't a passive experience. God is inviting you to take an active role in your own transformation. He's not just offering words of encouragement, He's handing you the tools you need to overcome every obstacle. Your financial situation, which may have seemed impossible to fix, is now being restructured by divine hands. The relationships that have been strained, the opportunities that felt out of reach, all of this is being restored through this revelation. But it requires your faith, your action, and your willingness to receive what's being given. The beauty of God's revelation is that it doesn't come with conditions or limitations. You don't need to be perfect, or have everything figured out, to accept it. This is a message of grace, a reminder that no matter where you are in life, no matter how far you feel from the blessings you desire, God is always ready to bring you closer. The financial freedom you've been craving, the healing in your relationships, it's all within reach, but it starts with understanding and accepting this revelation. Imagine the relief of knowing that you are no longer navigating life on your own. God is speaking directly to your situation, offering solutions and strategies that will bring you the peace and stability you need. Whether it's finding a way to pay off debts, managing your finances better, or restoring harmony in your family, God's revelation is the roadmap. And the best part? You don't have to do it alone. Divine guidance is available to you, ready to lead you toward financial miracles and personal breakthroughs. This message is not about waiting for things to get better on their own. It's about stepping into the promise that God has laid out before you. The revelation you're receiving today is filled with answers to the prayers you've been sending up for financial blessings and the restoration of your peace of mind. It's time to stop doubting whether these blessings are meant for you and start believing that God has already set them in motion. All that's left is for you to receive them with open arms. Think of it this way: God has prepared a table of blessings specifically for you. Financial miracles, healed relationships, new opportunities, they're all sitting right in front of you, waiting to be claimed. But just like at any table, you have to take your seat and partake in what's been laid out. This revelation is your invitation. Don't hesitate, don't second guess. The moment you've been praying for has arrived, and it's up to you to embrace it fully. Your life is not an accident, and neither is this moment. Every struggle you've faced, every tear you've shed, has led you to this point. God has been preparing you for this revelation, for the financial blessings that are about to overflow in your life. But the key to unlocking this abundance is your belief in the message. It's easy to look at your current situation and feel discouraged, but faith requires you to see beyond what's in front of you and trust in what God is revealing. This revelation is not just about fixing your current problems. It's about setting you up for a future filled with peace, financial stability, and loving relationships. God is not offering a temporary solution. He's providing a lasting transformation that will impact every area of your life. Your finances will no longer be a source of stress, your relationships will be healed, and your heart will be filled with the peace that comes from knowing that God's hand is on your life. In times like this, it's important to remember that God's timing is perfect. The revelation you're receiving today is a testament to His awareness of your needs. He knows exactly what you've been going through, and He's been preparing this moment of transformation specifically for you. You are not forgotten, and your struggles are not in vain. They are the foundation for the miracles that are about to unfold in your finances and personal life. But here's the catch: this revelation only works if you believe in it. God can provide the message, the tools, and the guidance, but it's your faith that activates the blessings. You've heard the saying, faith without works is dead. Well, now is the time to put your faith into action. Trust in the revelation that God has given you, and start taking steps toward the financial miracles and relational healing that are waiting for you. You are not alone in this journey. The revelation you're receiving today is meant to bring you hope, peace, and assurance that you're on the right path. No matter how hard things have been, no matter how impossible the situation seems, God's got it covered. Financial miracles are on the horizon, and it's time for you to embrace them. God knows every struggle you're facing, even the ones you haven't spoken aloud. In fact, He's fully aware of the weight you've been carrying, and He wants you to know that He's already working on a solution. This isn't just a comforting thought, it's a reality. You might be feeling overwhelmed by financial pressures or dealing with strained relationships, but God's assurance is this: He's already preparing the breakthrough you've been praying for. You're not forgotten, and your struggles are not in vain. Think about the times when everything seemed too much, when you felt like giving up. In those moments, you might have wondered if anyone truly understood what you were going through. But God sees it all. He knows the depths of your anxiety and the toll that financial burdens and personal conflicts have taken on your heart. The good news? He's not just watching, He's actively orchestrating solutions that are going to bring relief. Your financial blessings are already in motion, even if you can't see them just yet. It's easy to feel like you're alone in this journey, especially when the challenges seem to pile up. But God's assurance is like a lifeline, pulling you back from the edge and reminding you that you're never walking this path alone. Whether it's finding a way to pay off debts, mending a broken relationship, or simply finding peace in the middle of chaos, God's plan is already at work. And His promise is that He's not done with you yet. The financial miracles you've been waiting for are coming. Just hold on a little longer. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, God has seen it all. And He's telling you right now that He's in control. You might not have the answers yet, but that's okay. God's assurance is that even in the unknown, He's preparing something greater than you can imagine. Maybe it's a new opportunity, a financial breakthrough, or healing in a strained relationship. Whatever it is, you can trust that God's timing is perfect, and His plan is designed to bring you peace and prosperity. There's a beautiful peace that comes with knowing you don't have to have it all figured out. God's assurance means that you can rest, even in the middle of the storm, because He's already working things out on your behalf. Your financial burdens, your personal struggles, they're not too big for God. In fact, He's using them as the foundation for the blessings that are on their way. So breathe easy. The financial relief and personal healing you've been praying for are already in motion. It feels like the harder we try to fix things, the more they unravel. But God's assurance is a reminder that it's not all on your shoulders. You don't have to carry the weight of your financial worries or broken relationships alone. God is already carrying that load for you. And while you might not see the results today, you can trust that they're coming. Just like a seed planted in the ground, financial miracles and relational healing take time to grow, but they're coming. You are not forgotten. This is one of the most powerful truths you can hold on to. Even in your darkest moments, when it feels like everything is working against you, God is working for you. His assurance is that no matter how tough things get, He's right there with you, guiding every step, preparing every blessing. Whether it's a financial breakthrough or the restoration of a broken relationship, God is already putting the pieces in place for your victory. It's easy to get caught up in the what-ifs and the worries that come with uncertainty. But here's what God wants you to know: He's already handled it. Every worry, every fear, it's all been taken care of. The financial blessings you've been waiting for are already on their way, and the healing you need in your relationships is closer than you think. God's assurance is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. And all you need to do is trust in His perfect timing. Right now, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating blessings you can't even see yet. It's like watching a play unfold. The actors may be hidden backstage, but the moment they step into the light, everything comes together. Your financial miracles are backstage, getting ready to step into your life at the perfect moment. The same goes for your relationships. God is healing, mending, and restoring in ways that will surprise you. All you have to do is trust the process. There's a reason God's timing is perfect. It's because He sees the bigger picture. You might be focused on the immediate issues, the financial stress, the broken relationships, but God sees beyond that. He's already prepared solutions that are far greater than what you could have imagined. His assurance is that your breakthrough is coming, and when it arrives, it will be more than you ever dreamed. Financial freedom, healed relationships, peace, it's all on the way. Take a moment and think about the times in your life when things seemed impossible, but they worked out anyway. That wasn't a coincidence. That was God's hand at work. And right now, that same hand is moving on your behalf, preparing the financial miracles and relational healing you've been praying for. It might not look like it, but trust that everything is falling into place. God's assurance is your reminder that you're on the right path, and everything is going to be okay. This is your moment to let go of the fear and doubt that have been holding you back. God's assurance is the confirmation you've been waiting for, that everything is going to work out in your favor. The financial relief you need, the healing in your relationships, the peace that's been missing, it's all on its way. You don't need to figure it all out on your own. God's assurance is not just about comforting words, it's about real, tangible change. You're not just going to feel better, you're going to see the results in your life. Your finances will improve, your relationships will heal, and you'll experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. God's assurance is not just a promise, it's a reality that's unfolding right now. And all you have to do is hold on and trust the process. What you're going through right now is not the end of your story. God's assurance is that the best is yet to come. Financial miracles are on their way, and with them comes the peace and healing you've been praying for. This is your reminder that God is in control, and no matter how tough things get, He's got a plan that's greater than anything you could have imagined. Your breakthrough is coming. Just trust that it's on its way. Faith is the cornerstone of everything God is doing in your life right now. Without faith, it's easy to fall into doubt and despair, but with faith, you are capable of receiving the incredible blessings God has prepared for you. This isn't about just believing when things are going well. It's about holding on to that belief even when the situation looks impossible. The financial struggles, the relationship issues, they all require faith to be transformed. God is calling you to trust Him fully, even when the path isn't clear. Right now, you are being asked to make a choice. Will you lean into your faith and trust that God is working behind the scenes? Or will you let fear and doubt dictate your actions? The truth is, faith doesn't require you to see the outcome before it happens. It simply asks that you believe the outcome is already in motion. Think about the times when you've seen breakthroughs in your life, the times when everything seemed hopeless but turned around. That's the power of faith at work, and that's what's needed now. God's message is clear. He's already working on your behalf, but you have to open the door with your faith. Imagine it like this. Your blessings are waiting just on the other side, but the key to unlocking them is your trust in God's timing and His promises. It's easy to say you have faith, but true faith is tested when things aren't going the way you expected. Right now, in the middle of your financial worries or strained relationships, that's when faith matters most. Take a moment and declare your faith out loud. Simply saying, "I receive," is a powerful affirmation that opens the door to God's blessings. This isn't just about speaking words. It's about claiming the miracles and financial relief that God has set aside for you. By affirming your faith, you're telling the universe and your own heart that you believe in what's to come. This simple act of faith can change everything, because once you believe, the blessings start to flow. Faith is not just a one-time declaration, it's a mindset. It's waking up every day and choosing to believe that no matter what happens, God's plan is unfolding perfectly. You might not see the financial miracles immediately, and your relationships might take time to heal, but faith is the bridge between your current situation and the blessings that are coming. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're taking another step toward your breakthrough. Faith requires action. It's not enough to just believe. You also have to take steps in the direction of your blessings. If you've been praying for financial relief, faith might mean seeking out new opportunities, managing your resources better, or even giving back in a time of need. If you've been asking for healing in a relationship, faith might mean taking the first step to forgive or to open up a conversation. Faith without action is just hope, but faith with action leads to miracles. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't expect it to grow overnight, but you trust that with time and care, it will flourish. Faith works the same way. The financial miracles and blessings you're hoping for are seeds that have already been planted. Now it's your job to nurture them with trust, patience, and belief. Every day that you choose to believe in God's promises, those seeds grow a little more, until one day, they blossom into the financial freedom and peace you've been praying for. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the challenges feel overwhelming, but those are the times when faith matters the most. Faith is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting that God already has them. You don't need to know how every financial problem will be solved or how every broken relationship will be healed. All you need to know is that God is in control, and His plan is greater than anything you could imagine. Faith is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Each time you choose to trust God's plan, you're building spiritual strength that will carry you through the tough times. The financial struggles that seem so heavy right now will become lighter, not because they've disappeared, but because your faith has grown strong enough to carry them. And as your faith grows, so do the blessings. The financial relief, the healing, the peace, it all follows faith. You might be asking, how do I hold on to faith when everything seems to be falling apart? The answer lies in shifting your focus from the problem to the promise. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, start focusing on what God has promised you. He has promised to provide, to heal, to bring peace, and to bless you financially. By focusing on those promises, you'll find the strength to keep believing, even when the situation doesn't change right away. Faith isn't about denying the reality of your circumstances. It's about choosing to believe in a higher reality. Yes, you might be facing financial hardships or broken relationships, but faith tells you that these struggles are temporary. God's blessings are eternal. Right now you have a choice. You can give in to doubt, or you can lean into faith. God is calling you to trust Him, to believe in the miracles He's already preparing. Your financial breakthrough, your healed relationships, your peace of mind, it's all on the other side of faith. And the best part? You don't have to wait forever to see the results. God is ready to act as soon as you believe. So take a deep breath and say it again, I receive. Let those words sink into your heart. Let them be a reminder that no matter what happens, God's got it covered. The financial miracles, the peace, the healing, it's all on its way. And with faith as your guide, you'll be ready to receive it when it arrives. Every struggle you're facing right now has the potential to be transformed into a victory. This is not just wishful thinking. This is the promise that God has made to you. The challenges you're dealing with, whether they're financial issues, strained relationships, or personal battles, are all part of a process. God is using these struggles to shape you, to strengthen your faith, and to prepare you for the blessings that are on the way. The key is to trust that even in the middle of the storm, transformation is happening. Think about a piece of coal. Under intense pressure, it transforms into a diamond. The same process is happening in your life. The financial difficulties you've been facing, the emotional struggles, they are not permanent. God is applying just the right amount of pressure to turn your struggles into something beautiful. It's hard to see the transformation when you're in the middle of it, but know that God is working behind the scenes, and soon, the results will be visible. Transformation isn't always immediate. It often requires patience and faith. But just because you don't see the results right away doesn't mean that change isn't happening. Every prayer you've sent up, every moment of faith, has been building toward this transformation. Your finances, your relationships, your peace of mind, they're all being molded by God's hands. Trust that the struggles you're facing now are only temporary and that they are laying the foundation for something far greater. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't change as quickly as you'd like. But here's the truth. God's timing is perfect. He's never late, and He's never early. The financial miracles and personal healing you've been praying for are coming at exactly the right time. Your job is to stay faithful during the process. Don't give up just because you don't see the full transformation yet. The struggles you're facing are part of God's plan to bring about a greater victory. Think about how many times in your life you've faced challenges that seemed impossible, only to see them turn into blessings later on. That's what God is doing right now. The financial stress, the relationship problems, they're not the end of your story. In fact, they are the stepping stones to your breakthrough. God is preparing something greater, and the transformation is already in progress. All you have to do is stay patient and trust that He's working it all out. Transformation often requires a change in perspective. Instead of seeing your struggles as obstacles, start seeing them as opportunities. What can you learn from this financial challenge? How can you grow through the difficulties in your relationships? God doesn't waste anything, and He's certainly not wasting your struggles. He's using them to prepare you for the blessings that are coming. Financial miracles, healed relationships, and peace are on the horizon, but the transformation starts with how you choose to see your situation. Sometimes, transformation requires letting go. You might be holding onto financial burdens or emotional baggage that are preventing you from stepping into the blessings God has for you. It's time to release them. God can't fully transform your situation if you're still holding onto the things that are weighing you down. Let go of the fear, the doubt, and the worry, and make room for the financial miracles and personal healing that are coming your way. God is in the business of turning struggles into victories. He's done it before, and He's going to do it again in your life. The financial burdens that have been weighing you down are about to be lifted. The relationships that have been strained are going to be healed. The personal battles you've been fighting are going to turn into testimonies of God's goodness. Your struggles are not the end. They are the beginning of something new, something better. You might be wondering, how do I know that transformation is really happening? The answer is simple: by faith. Even when you can't see it, God is working. Even when the financial pressure feels overwhelming, God is setting things up for your breakthrough. The transformation might not be visible yet, but that doesn't mean it's not in progress. Trust that every struggle you're facing is part of a bigger picture, and that picture is one of victory. The struggles you're facing right now are part of your testimony. They are the proof that God is working in your life. And when the transformation is complete, you'll be able to look back and see how every financial burden, every relationship challenge, was part of God's plan to bring you into a place of victory. You'll be able to share your story with others, and your testimony will inspire them to trust in God's transformative power. Financial blessings are not just a possibility, they are a promise. God has made it clear that He wants you to live in abundance, not just scraping by. This doesn't mean that challenges won't come, but it does mean that He's already prepared solutions for every financial burden you're carrying. Whether it's debt, lack of resources, or the anxiety that comes from never having enough, God is ready to step in and provide. The financial relief you've been praying for is already in motion. Think of financial blessings like a river. When you align yourself with God's principles of faith, stewardship, and generosity, that river flows freely into your life. But when you hold on to fear, doubt, and a mindset of lack, it's like putting up a dam that blocks the flow. God's blessings are always available, but it's up to you to remove the barriers and let them flow. Start by changing your perspective and believing that God's financial miracles are not just for others, they're for you too. You might be wondering, how do I position myself for these financial blessings? The answer is simple: trust and obedience. Trust that God's plan for your finances is better than anything you could come up with on your own, and obey the principles He's laid out for financial success. That means being faithful with what you have, even when it seems small, and trusting that God will multiply it in His perfect timing. Financial miracles don't always happen overnight, but when you stay faithful, they're guaranteed to come. God's financial blessings aren't just about material wealth, they're about peace of mind. The anxiety you feel about your finances, the stress of trying to make ends meet, God wants to replace all of that with peace. Imagine waking up every day, knowing that your needs are already met, that God has already provided for you. That's the kind of financial blessing God is offering. It's not just about having money, it's about having freedom from the worry that comes with it. But remember, financial blessings are a tool, not a goal. God blesses you financially so that you can be a blessing to others. It's not just about accumulating wealth for yourself. It's about using what God gives you to make a difference in the world. Whether that means supporting your family, giving to those in need, or investing in God's kingdom, financial blessings come with a purpose. And when you align your blessings with God's purpose, you'll see even more abundance flow into your life. You might be in a place right now where financial struggles feel overwhelming, but don't lose hope. God's financial blessings are closer than you think. He's already working behind the scenes, setting up opportunities, opening doors, and aligning people and resources to bring you the relief you've been praying for. It might not look like it now, but the breakthrough is on its way. Stay faithful, stay generous, and keep trusting that God's plan for your finances is unfolding perfectly. It's important to remember that God's financial blessings come in many forms. Sometimes, it's a new job or a raise. Other times, it's an unexpected check in the mail, or even a reduction in your expenses. But no matter how the blessing comes, the source is always the same: God's provision. He's the one who sustains you, the one who knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Trust that He's got it all figured out, even when you don't. As you move forward, keep your eyes open for the ways God is blessing you financially. It might not always be obvious at first, but the more you look for it, the more you'll see His hand at work in your life. Every time a bill is paid, every time you find a way to save, every time you experience even a small financial win, those are all signs that God's financial miracles are unfolding. Don't take them for granted. Acknowledge them, and thank God for His provision. God's financial blessings are not just for your benefit, they're meant to be shared. When God blesses you, it's an opportunity to bless others. Whether that's through giving, supporting, or simply encouraging someone who's going through a similar struggle, your blessings are part of a bigger plan. And the more you bless others, the more God will bless you in return. It's a cycle of abundance that never runs dry. Relationships are at the core of who we are, and God understands that. He knows the pain of broken relationships, the hurt of misunderstandings, and the strain that can weigh heavy on your heart. But just as God is a restorer of finances, He is also a restorer of relationships. Whether it's a family dynamic that's been strained, a friendship that feels distant, or even a marriage that's on shaky ground, God is working behind the scenes to bring healing. The healing of relationships is one of the most powerful blessings He offers. It's easy to think that some relationships are too far gone, too broken to be repaired. But with God, nothing is impossible. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is at work in your relationships, ready to breathe new life into them. The conflicts, the arguments, the distance, God can transform all of it. The key is to invite Him into those spaces, to let Him work through the hurt and bring restoration. Healing doesn't always happen overnight, but with God's guidance, it's always possible. You might be wondering how to begin the process of healing. It starts with forgiveness. This can be one of the hardest things to do, especially when the pain is deep, but forgiveness is the doorway to restoration. When you forgive, you're not excusing the behavior or pretending it didn't happen. You're releasing the hold that the hurt has on your heart. And once that hold is released, God can step in and start mending the broken pieces. Forgiveness unlocks the healing that's already in motion. In family relationships, healing can seem like a distant dream. Maybe you've experienced years of conflict or estrangement, and it feels like too much damage has been done. But God specializes in the impossible. He's not only able to repair relationships, He can make them stronger than they ever were before. The peace and love that once seemed lost can be restored in ways you never imagined. When God's hand is at work, no relationship is beyond saving. Friendships are another area where God brings healing. It's easy for friendships to drift apart, especially when life gets busy or misunderstandings pile up. But God places people in your life for a reason, and He doesn't want those connections to be lost. You've just been given the key to unlock the financial blessings you've been waiting for, but now it's up to you to take action. What will you do with everything you've just learned? Are you ready to step into the life of abundance and freedom that God has planned for you? It's time to stop wishing and start believing that these miracles are already in motion. The question is, are you ready to claim them? Think about how different your life could be if you applied the knowledge and faith from this message. Financial relief, peace in your relationships, and a deep sense of purpose are all within reach. But here's the truth: nothing changes if you don't make the first move. Will you take the steps needed to see God's promises come to life, or will you keep waiting for another chance? Don't let this opportunity pass you by. God has opened the door. Now it's your turn to walk through it. What's holding you back? Is it fear, doubt, or simply the thought that it might be too good to be true? Let go of those hesitations. Right now is the perfect moment to take control of your destiny, to align yourself with the blessings that are already on their way. The time for waiting is over. Now is the time to act. So, what's your next step? How will you ensure that the blessings you've heard about today don't just remain words on a screen, but become your new reality? Start by having faith, taking action, and surrounding yourself with the wisdom and guidance you need to keep moving forward. And remember, this journey doesn't end here. There's more to learn, more to receive, and more blessings waiting just around the corner. Don't miss out on what's coming next. If you want to keep growing, keep unlocking these powerful truths, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss an opportunity to learn, grow, and step further into the abundance God has prepared for you. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Don't stop now.